What's up guys, Down Delivers here. Today we're starting in a little bit different spot. We got some real special today. A big shout out to Lasfit for sending me this switch panel. It is a 8-gang switch panel. I think that's what they call it. And basically what it is just a really nice panel to separate all of your lights and everything. So we'll open this up. You guys can see right here, all these lights. It has a big off and on. And then you could set pod lights, light bar, whatever you want. So we're going to be throwing this on the truck. I'm super excited. We got this. We got the more wiring, the actual wiring for all the power. And then we give you a really nice fuse box. And the fuse box just opens. The fuse box opens and it has really high quality stuff in here. As you can tell, it has different amperage for everything. It goes all the way up to 30 amps and as low as 5 amps. And then it has just mounting brackets for the actual relay box. And it has the big old relay or fuse. Fuse or relay, I don't know what this is. But this thing goes connected in just so stuff don't burn up. More sticky pads. I believe this is the power for the actual lights for this. You just wire it in there. You can have 2 relays in there or 2 fuses in there, and then some little stuff for extra whatnot. And then the last thing that's in here is more mounts just in case you want to mount it somewhere. We got some zip ties, and then we got these. So these are actually what you're gonna put on the actual panel so you can distinguish which button is which. As you see, fan, flood, rock light, underglow, left, fog, windshield, ditch lights, light bar right here. So it's gonna be really good. I am really excited to get this on. It's just gonna help like make my truck fancier, you know. Everything's gonna be way easier to turn on and use. So we're gonna go ahead and try to throw this on. I do believe it takes a little bit to throw everything on just to figure out where everything goes and all the routing for everything. So we're going to go ahead and put everything back in, take it outside, and try to get it all in the truck. So if this is your guys' first time being here, this is my truck. It's a 2022 Ford Maverick XLT luxury package, 4K tow package. I love it. Has 107,000 miles. I have a couple different mods. I went over them in another video, but it's got pod lights, light bar on the back, soft topper. I have black steelies. That's I guess stock, but I did put them on after the original X4 rims. And yeah, this is kind of everything I have on it. It's a good little truck. It's perfect for me right now. And we're gonna go ahead and try to add this switch panel on. I'll try to walk you guys through it, and I'll be learning with you guys at the same time. So let's get it. So to start off, we're just gonna open this up and can I get out everything that we need. So this is for the power switch panel, and then we're gonna need to set up this first, I believe, and also wire this up right here. So we're gonna have to connect everything. Oh, don't mind me dropping that. And then we're gonna have to find somewhere for this. Got more wiring. And I'm gonna go into the instruction manual and try to figure all this out, guys. All right, guys, so I did a little bit of research and I think I got this figured out. So we're gonna go and set this over here. So this switch panel, there's a power wire that goes from inside the switch panel to the circuit breaker. And so we're gonna go and open this up. And we got to figure out a place. You guys can see all my wiring over here. It's all messy, just kind of sitting over there. So we're going to open this up right here. And as you can see, this is the power wire right here. And this is the ground, I believe. I got to figure out which one is which. Oh, blue must be, and then that is power. So I'm going to grab a screwdriver and we're going to try to get some stuff hooked up. So we're going to get these out, untangle them. There you go. So we got one long ground wire and one long power wire. This wire is going to be the wire that gives power to everything. So let's go and try to figure out where we want to mount this fuse box up to. Okay, so we're in the middle of installing the Lasfit switch panel. So as you guys see, I have this all right here. Excuse the wiring. The wiring is not super nice and super pretty, but it does work. So basically, here's the actual panel. You got different fuses right here, and every fuse is kind of a different amperage like that. It goes from the pod lights to the switch panel, and then also this light bar to the switch panel. And from the pinch file, you have a power, and that goes to the circuit breaker, to the battery post, and then you have a negative that goes from the negative to the negative post of the battery. And basically all these are labeled by 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I what I did is I wanted my main light bar to be my left one just so it's easy to find, and my pod lights to be the next one. So I have it switched. I put a bigger amperage fuse over here so I can actually have those light bars, because the 5 amp would be too small for this light bar. I already tried it once. I thought it would run less than 5 amps on start, but it did not, and it did not work. So I put a bigger fuse in there, and then so yeah, basically that, and then all this wire just goes to the actual connector or little panel, and it goes through the firewall and stuff like that. So I'm gonna eventually be cleaning all this up, like getting like rubber tubing for that, or not rubber tubing, but plastic tubing, just so everything looks super clean in here. And I do gotta wire up the one more, because these things, the one more wire to turn on the yellows in there. So I gotta figure out how to do that. I'm not sure if I just hook it up to another button, because these are on and off switch, and I think you can turn them to momentary switches. I'm not sure that was called, where you click it once and it stays on. It'll only stay on for as long as you want to stay on. So yeah, that's basically everything I'm doing right now. I just got it kind of sticky to right here. So that's where we're at right now. We're trying to get everything kind of hooked up for now, and I gotta figure out where I want to keep it inside the actual cab. I am not super sure yet on what I want to do, but we're gonna go ahead and get everything else on, and then I'll show you guys when it's pretty much finished getting everything in the daytime, probably when it's a little brighter outside. But I'll catch you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so we ended up getting this switch panel in. It went super smooth. That day you guys seen there, I kind of left it alone like halfway through the day, and then I finished it up today, and I just finished getting it all wired up and everything. It actually was pretty simple. It's super high quality. I'm really excited to show you guys. Excuse my wiring job. My wiring job is not the best and not the nicest, but we're going to go and show you guys right now. Alright guys, so if you guys look in here, this is where all the wiring is. This is where my main light bar comes out through the whatever this is, the little panel right here, and it comes up. I splice this together or crimp this together, and it goes all the way over here. Excuse the wiring job. Like I said, it's not the best thing. I'm gonna be trying to get some tubing and stuff to clean everything up, make it look a little nicer. But basically you have the actual box right here, the box, and I put it on top of the under box, the under the hood fuse box. I've got to heat shrink this stuff right here on, so it just adds a little bit more protection. But there is one more wire that I have not hooked up. It's the actual wire to change the yellow lights and everything, and I will be hooking that up to the next switch over. So that will be the next thing I do. But for now, it works super good. It works pretty perfect. I like it. The only problem I ran into was there's not a good fuse to hook up on the Ford Maverick. That's the one main thing that I have not figured out yet. So right now I just have the power constantly on for the switch panel, the actual little switch panel inside, and you guys will see that it doesn't turn off. And I just ran that wire straight to the positive terminal on the actual little fuse box right here. These companies send me these stuff and I review them, but if it really sucks, I'm gonna tell you guys. And I actually really like this. I'm super excited. It's gonna clean everything up in this inside, because before inside just had two terminals or two switches that I would just click randomly, and it was super annoying. And these ones offer a lot of just ability, from like being able to put it to a strobe or put it to like just a click button where it's just momentary. And yeah, it works really good, and everything looks pretty clean with this. You just hook this back on. They offer sticky stuff and also hardware to drill this in, but I use the sticky for this, so this thing doesn't come off. It doesn't bounce around or anything. Let's give you guys a quick close-up right here. So here's the actual fuse box right here. You open this, and it has these fuses. I'll just get a quick little overthink. The fuses, these go to the light bar. So this first one goes to my main light bar, then these are my pod lights, and then the ground for those also, and then those go up there to that one, and then it goes all the way to that one. Excuse that wire. I'm trying to figure out something else right now. But then just the power goes here to the circuit breaker, to the power, and then the negative goes all the way up to the ground on the battery. And you just pop this back on, and that's pretty much the bare bones of it. Really simple to put together. I'm going to be testing it, the longevity of it and everything, and how it handles everything, and I know stuff in here gets wet every once in a while going through a big puddle or something like that, so we're going to test if everything's working good in the rain and everything like that. But yeah, super good. I'm gonna show you guys the inside. All right guys, so look in here. This is underneath the actual steering wheel, and this is the switch panel. Like I said, I have hardware. I just got two screws drilled in right there, and this just needs to be tying up to make this a little tighter. As you guys can see, it has different things. So this is the light bar right here, and how these little red lights come on, ditch lights, and I'm gonna be putting some more light cubes in that I have. And you guys see that little like flickering? That is the auto dimming function. So in the nighttime, it's not going to be blinding you with light. And then I got the roof lights that I'm going to put on eventually, and these are the rock lights that I'm going to get, hopefully. But these switches feel super nice. Like I said, this thing isn't tightened down right now. I just got to get a little screw. But so as you guys see right here, this little thing right here, that's actually the auto dimmer. So if I cover that up, it'll make the lights go darker, as you guys can tell. So I'll cover it up and the lights go completely dark. Right there, see? Boom, just like that. And the cool thing about this, if you hold this down, you can actually turn these to momentary switches. So if you click it, it'll just turn off and turn back on. Same thing for this one, it'll just turn on and turn back on. And you can do that for all these, and then you can actually hold it again and it'll turn these. If you click this one, it'll turn it into a strobe, and the same thing will turn into a strobe. So you can program all these switches. You can turn this one to momentary, this one to on all the time, and you can turn this one to a strobe. It's really cool. Really gives you adjustability with kind of doing whatever you want. You could turn some things like to switch the lights from white to yellow. I'm gonna have it as momentary, so it just turns off, turns back on, turns off, turn back on. So that's gonna be super nice. But I really like where it is right there in the actual cab, as you can see. I was gonna put it up here, but I decided not to because I didn't want to just stare at it all the time. So down here seems to work really good. As you can see, the wire right here just goes through the firewall and everything, and through the grommet. But even if like it's too bright, I just put it down. But I'm gonna have it up like this so I can actually put the light bars on. So I'm gonna show you guys how they work right here, so you guys can see my hand down here. It's a little bit too bright, but we'll click that one. That's the light bar, and then the actual ditch lights, so you can see on. You guys can't see my finger. There you go, there you go. We'll get some more footage at night driving around. But yeah, it works super good. Look at. So driving here with the switch panel installed, as you can see, is down here. It's not too bright. See, right here, it is dark in here, and it's just as bright as all these other lights, so it's not gonna be blinding or anything. And so the first thing we're gonna turn on is, it is kind of flashing right now, but I believe that is kind of it trying to adjust to the light and everything, so I think it will stop doing that. So the first thing we're gonna click is light bar on, and then we'll turn ditch lights on. As you guys can see, those turn on. Sorry, blinding all you guys. Here, ditch lights, super bright. Gonna turn the light bar on, one button, click, and then the ditch lights, one button, click. Super easy to use, as you can see down there. But I freaking love this thing. I am so excited that I don't have to click a bunch of buttons now. So yeah. So one thing I want to say before this video ends is I'm not selling out to these companies like Lasfit. I really do trust their products. The same with Auxbeam, I have their light bars. I really do trust their products too. So everything that I review on my channel, if it's bad, I'm going to tell you it's bad. The same thing with my truck. Anything happens on my truck, I'm going to tell you it's bad. I love my truck. I want the Ford Maverick to be the best vehicle in the world, but sometimes it's just not. And so everything I review, you guys can trust me. I really do take pride in staying true to you guys and not spouting nonsense or selling out to companies and stuff like that. The right price? I might. Just kidding. Just joking. It's super nice. Big shout out to Lasfit for sending it me. I'm excited to get more stuff on the truck. Keep adding everything. It just helps the channel, helps more content. And I just wanted to thank you guys for watching. This has been Dan Delivers, and we out. One thing I forgot to say, guys, if you guys do want to pick this switch panel up, go ahead and use my code and my link in the description. It will help the channel out, help me get new stuff for the Maverick, and just kind of help the channel progress with subscribers and to get new content and everything. So yeah, thank you guys.